Okay, here we are with Sarah Doonan, the artist of this wonderful piece. And tell us, first of all, Sarah, what's it called, and what's it all about?
This is Escalation of an Incident, and it's my newest installation piece based off of Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things and the Loss of Innocence, along with Krishnalt, which occurred November 9th, 1938, and Krishnalt was the ransack and destruction that occurred due to the assassination of a Nazi political leader and the SA stormtroopers who responded negatively towards Jewish homes and buildings and synagogues and ran through the streets with sledgehammers and smashed all the windows. So that's kind of the basis for this.
And tell us, but the initial impetus or the seed for this project was planted when you read
Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things in my art class. So.
Excellent.
And then another inspiration, along with Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things, was also Jerry Spinelli's Milkweed, which I read in grade school, and it talked about the childhood perspective of what the concentration camps and the general Holocaust was like for kids. So that also helped to inspire this piece.
How did you begin this process?
I started off, each trimester we have an assignment, and this trimester's assignment was Lost and Found. And I had originally been inspired by Yoko Ono's work with trees and kind of viewer interaction. So I considered doing something like that, but didn't really like the idea of having to copycat somebody else's work. So I really wanted to do my own sort of interpretation of Lost and Found, and went running and we had talked about Arundhati Roy's book, and it was just all in my head, and it was running, and it just kind of came.
So tell us what you did this summer that is connected, and how is that experience connected to this piece?
Well, this summer I spent a month. I spent the month of July at the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, learning about art and what it's like to be an art student in their 3-week pre-college program, and just kind of learned how to think outside of even the creative box. So.
Okay. And did you start with a sketch for this, or was it a text that you wrote, or how did that go?
When I got home after running, I sat down with my sketchbook and a pencil and wrote it all out and drew a little diagram and listed all my materials and things that I would need for it. So. And
what was the hardest, most difficult pieces to assemble here, or to find or locate?
Actually, the hardest part to find were the mannequins. They're kind of rare and they're really expensive, so it was hard to find good condition used ones. So.
Okay. And would you tell us something about the size, the relative sizes of the figures here, and the kind of evolution of the broken ceramics and glass?
Well, the piece starts here with the younger figure, the child of innocence, and how it just escalates from the naivety of dropping something as insignificant as a teacup and the guilt that's associated with that, and how it can escalate to something as horrific as Krishnalt and that deliberate violence. So.
Great. Thank you so much, Sarah Doonan.